Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, May 16th, 2023. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Good morning, everyone. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll notice a narrow range right now. Super narrow range, 16 and a quarter points of range, just 30% of ADR. And that is a couple of minutes past retail sales and core retail sales announcements here. So we did get a little bit of volatility, but still within range overall. This tiny narrow range here today so far has developed right at the center of the developing 7-day range, which has developed right at the center of the 6-week narrow range. So at some point something's got to give, and we may see a move to an edge. Until then, you got to be patient and avoid the chop here in the middle on a swing basis. There have been some intraday moves here. Look for V bottoms and V tops throughout the day here, and we may see more of that. But right now, this thing is hugging the middle of the key range as well. That's the 41.37 level, hugging that level at some point, expecting to move up to the top of the key range or down to the bottom of the key range, which could provide a phenomenal fade opportunity down the road. So right now, we'll see how this thing shakes out post retail sales. If we take a look here at the NQ, you'll see the NQ remains bullish overall, continues to trend up, is on highs. It is in a narrow range at these highs, but continuing to maintain a very bullish stance here. And that is completely opposite from the YM, which is trading much lower right now. So they're going in opposite directions while the ES remains flat at the moment here. If there's going to be a rejection here at the previous session's high, we could be looking to fade it back to the midpoint of the range from the prior session and perhaps back to the bottom of the range. So we could be looking to trade back within this developing 4-day range right now. So keeping an eye on 13,480 as resistance. We take a look here at crude oil. Right now, crude oil up about 1/3%. Crude oil bulls still trying to keep this lower edge bid right here, that $70 level bid after the pullback. Keeping it bid would suggest a continuation up back toward the middle of the larger range, 76 to 77 up above. In the very short term, a return back to 74 could be in play just as a very short term opportunity, and then you see a continuation from there. So can price push through 72s up above? Right now, 3-day narrow range developing as bulls defend 70. Taking a look here at gold futures. Gold down about 0.7%, still making a quiet move back toward prior support at 1980. 1980s right here. That's also that's the 1985 level, which is this key range edge. 1980s right here. So still working our way down toward that zone. Still a downward trend here. Again, overall, this market has lacked energy to move outside this range, has had mostly sideways price action here at the moment, sideways to down as this thing approaches the slower edge. Should price find itself back at this edge, it could provide a bounce opportunity back within the range. Lastly, the YM right now. YM down about 1/3%. Inside day today, very narrow range here, just 137 points when it's been averaging 460. So very narrow range overall. It's a double inside day right now. So on a 3-day range basis, very narrow. Could be looking at about 1,000-point move up ahead on a 3-day range basis. So very narrow price action right here as this thing is dropped down to these lows. Still holding the pivot edges though. Very strong pivot edge here, very strong pivot edge here, and those edges very, very important right now. A little bit of rounding action, but it's starting to look a little different right now. So we'll see if this thing can get some energy here and bust out of this range. If it can stay above 33K, we may see a rejection that can take us back up. A failure to hold 33K can start to open up the lower end of the range back toward 31.8 to 31.6. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.